Welcome to Yoga Flow. So today's class, we're going to get into the hips and get into the hamstrings a little bit here to prepare us for a nice standing balance, hand to foot standing balance. And if you can't do that, no worries. I will give you options for everyone. So that being said, if you want to, and you've got a couple blocks today that you might need to use for transitions or in triangle or pyramid variation poses, maybe have one on each end of your mat just so that they're there when you need them. Also be mindful when we come into the wide-legged forward fold. I'm going to, because I'm facing the camera this way, this side is my left side, this side is my right side. So just kind of be mindful of that in the transitions. So that being said, we will get started. So finding a comfortable tall seat, finding a little bit of length, but not so tall that you can't maintain good breath or form. Good. We'll zip up from pubic bone to behind the navel, belly button in. And as you start to inhale, do that slowly and find expansion in the rib cage. An expansive breath, if you want to refer to it that way. Hold it at the top. And then slowly release it out. Good. From here, big inhale and expand, nice and slow. Pause at the top. Slowly release. Hopefully feeling a little bit more grounding now. Again, big inhale, slowly and expand. Pause at the top. And slowly release. Good. Fingertips to the side, palms turning up. Inhale, reach, 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 and lengthen nice and tall, touching palms together. Exhale, hands and hearts. Connecting with an intention for your practice. What would you like to give or receive? Maybe it's open heart, open mind, or peace, something a little bit more serious. Or maybe it's something a little bit lighthearted, like maybe if you're one of the few people that don't have a busted bracket in this March Madness, maybe for your team to win, or in my case, just as long as it's not Duke winning the Final Four, then we're all good. So when you're ready, we'll inhale, take that up, turning palms away, grow taller from crown to tail. Good. So as a Kentucky Wildcat fan, Duke is a problem. So just wanted to kind of throw that out there. So big inhale, take it up. From here, just take it over a little bit to the left. Don't take it all the way over, just part way. Breathe and expand. And then take that up. Take it over to the other side, part way. Breathe and expand. And then we'll take that back up. Reach, rotate, take those arms down, rolling the shoulders back, looking a little bit more behind you. And inhale and lift. Exhale, center. Inhale. Exhale to the other side, rolling shoulders back, looking a little bit more behind you. And inhale and lift, and coming back. Good. Now, grab your strap. Good. And because we're going to go to the left first, have your buckle, plastic or metal, doesn't really matter. Have your buckle on that side, just so that we don't have to worry about it accidentally hitting you in the face. So from here, good, we're going to take that strap, we're nice and wide, take it up, take a side bend. Good. And then from here, just let that left hand just kind of travel down. Good. And then from here, we're going to open and close. So we're going to open, taking that behind, and close, C curve roll, and open, taking it behind us, and close, C curve roll. And open, pause right here, look behind you, find that sweet spot stretch. Good, take it to the side and come back up. Good, now we're just gonna switch the buckle to the other side and rethreading, pointer and thumb. Good, we'll take that up again, taking it over to the right. And then when you're ready, just letting that right hand settle down here. And then here we go. So big inhale, exhale, take it back. Inhale, exhale, and move forward. And with that breath, we'll open and take it forward and close. And we'll open, we'll hold it back there. Find your sweet spot, looking back there. Good. Taking it to the side and coming back center. Place this right in front of you for right now. Take your arms forward. Good. And just find your rotation. More shoulder, less elbow. And then palms are going to come up, taking hands to the shoulders. Move forward and back. Good. When you're ready, take that into some circles. And then in the other direction. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, just kind of shake that out. Now, take your strap again. Good. Threading it between the pointer and the thumb. Good. We're going to take it up, maybe a little bit behind you. So remember, we want arms long. So if you have to bend your elbows to take things back there, take a wider grip on your strap and taking it forward. And we'll take it back again, maybe a little bit more, and then taking that back forward. And we'll go again, stopping where your body needs you to stop. Maybe it's all the way back to the top of the hips, maybe not. And just take some nice fluid motion here, moving forward and back. Full range of motion as best as you can. Good. And then on this next one, as you take it back, stop at your sweet spot. So that's your maximum stretch, not necessarily your maximum range of motion, but it might be for some people. So for me, my maximum stretch is right here, even though I can take my strap down to the top of the hips. Good. And then from here, we'll come back up. Good. We'll put this to the side. We'll come back to it later. And then from here, get any little movement that you need. Is that going to be a wrist roll, some shoulder rolls, a neck roll, a spinal roll? It's really, really fun. Or, something else that you need to do. And then when you're ready, we're going to make our way to tabletop all fours. Now today, my knees are a little cranky, so I am going to use a knee cushion today. Let's come here. Good. So finding all fours, spreading the fingers wide, rooting through the knuckles of the pinky, the pointer, and thumb. My tops of my feet are down. Knees are under the hips. They can be slightly wider apart than hip width apart if you've got some low back issues happening right now. But belly button is in. Big inhale, shine that heart forward, tip that pelvis back, cow pose. Exhaling around, nice cat pose, looking down at the thighs of the belly button. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And again, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And then from here, if you like that, keep doing that, especially if you're a beginner. We're going to add a child's pose into that. So we're going to inhale in the cow. Exhale as you round, sink back, little child's pose, and then just come back to tabletop. So taking it into cow, rounding through child's pose, rounding through cat, then taking it into child's pose. Moving back to all fours. Inhale, cow. Exhale, round, taking it back to child's pose, and maybe lingering here for a moment. So if you just did basic cat-cow, find your child's pose. Knees can be together as wide as the mat, somewhere in between. You can take your arms long in front of you or hands back by the ankles. Good. So active here. So zip up from pubic bone to behind the navel. Breathe and expand that rib cage. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, carefully come back into tabletop. Good. So I'm going to leave my blanket right here. We're going to come into some gate pose, further opening up a little bit. So I'm going to grab this block right here. Some of you might need it, you might not. And being mindful, your block is in 3 settings, here, here, and here. Good. So coming onto the knees. Good. I've got the block on my left side. I'm taking my right foot out to the side. So I can take my hips, knees, and toes forward. Some people need to be out just a little bit here. Be where your body needs you to be. Zip up through that front body. Big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, take that side bend over the leg. Breathe and expand. And then we'll move through center. Hand comes to the block or to the floor. Reach over, breathe and expand. Good. And then coming back up, taking it back over. You can stay here. Maybe you want to risk a little bit of a rotation. Rotation won't be a good idea for everyone, so be mindful of your body. Opening back up, taking it through center. Hand comes onto the block or to the floor. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you choose a lift. So a little bit of a balance challenge here as well. If you took a lift, you're welcome to stay here. I'm going to take my toe down, not my whole foot, but my toe. And then I'm just going to kind of lift and reach a little bit here. Breathing, deeper stretch again. Good. And then from here, your leg will come back down if you have it lifted. We're going to come back up and come back to center. We'll repeat that series on the other side. So I'm just going to leave my left block right where it is. I'm just going to bring in this right block here. So my left leg is going to come out now. Good. Find the rotation, find the place where it needs to be. Zip up from pubic bone and behind the navel. Big inhale and reach. Exhale, side bend towards the leg. And then moving through center. Right hand comes down to the block or to the floor. Reaching over. And then from here, we'll come back up. Good. Take it back over the leg. You can take a little rotation here if you want to. Opening up to the side, moving through center. So here's that little challenge. Hand will come to the floor to a block. You can stay here. You can lift, a little bit of a balance challenge. You can take that toe down and maybe side bend, lifting a little bit more. Good. Nice big stretch. And then from here, coming back up, your foot will come down if you had that leg lifted and come back to center. Good. So from here, I'm just going to put this block back to where it was. I'm going to move my blanket out of the way. We're going to come into downward facing dog from here. So from all fours, just to find your optimal placement. If you are 5 foot tall and taller, take a half a hand's width or full hand's width forward. Otherwise, you're fine to stay right where you are. We're going to tuck the toes. We're going to lift and shift. Good. So fingers are spread wide. You're still rooting through the knuckles of pinky, pointer, and thumb. You're pressing in and forward into your mat. Shoulders in their pockets. Maybe elbows turn in slightly. Head and neck are free. Look down at your feet. Press evenly into big toe and pinky toe mounds. Hips, knees, toes, ankles in that direction. And then you can choose to stay here. You can bend a little bit deeper and start to lengthen. You can walk your dog, bending one knee at a time. You can come high on the toes and drop the heels. Find what you need. Stillness is always an option. Stay with the breath. Come back to that intention. Now find some stillness here if you took some movement. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk or step your feet forward to meet your hands. Come to your block here if you can't touch the floor. Inhale, we'll lift and lengthen halfway. Blocks, floor, shins or thighs, long spine. Exhale and we'll bow. This time, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll fold. From the fold, little bend in the knees. Maybe we grab opposite elbows. Let the head shake yes. Let the head shake no. If you want to, and it's safe for you to do so, maybe kind of rock side to side here. Notice how when you do this, the weight shifts in each foot. And then if you took the sway, we'll come back to center. If you took your elbows, we'll release. One more time. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. Inhale, root into the feet, engage through the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath, mountain intention. We will continue with our warm-up here. Big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, hinge from the hips and we'll fold. Coming to blocks or the floor. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway, flat spine, not locked knees. Exhale and we'll bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale and we lift. Exhale, hinge and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, little bow. Inhale, step your feet back to your plank pose. Maybe knees are lifted or grounded here. So find a good plank. Shoulders are over behind the wrist. I'm pressing a little bit deeper into pointer and thumb. I'm lifted, so I'm pressing back through my heels here. I've got a long line, so my booty is not up in the air, and I'm not letting it hang down towards the floor. Knees can also be grounded here. Those of you that like to flow and you flow from the plank pose, you can shift forward slightly. Try not to collapse through the shoulders as you come down to your belly. Others, if you're not already there, lower the knees first. And then again, try not to collapse as you come all the way down. And just give yourself a little bit of a wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Good. So just a little bit of a flow here, starting in the center. Hands a little bit forward and to the side. Inhale, belly button in, lift a little bit. And as long as you're not crunching in the low spine, you're okay. And we'll lower. Good. Belly button in, inhale. Exhale, maybe a little bit, maybe medium. And then we'll lower. Lengthen. Belly button in, baby cobra, medium cobra, high cobra. And we'll lower. Going into twisty flow, belly button in, press into the right hand, lift up, look over right shoulder. And take that down. Belly button in, come up your height in center and come down. Belly button in, press to the left hand, look over the left shoulder and come down. Belly button in, your height, come up through center and come down. Doing that one more time. Pressing through the right, come up, look over to the right and come down. Belly button in, baby, medium or high and come down. Belly button in, through the left hand, left side, and come down. Last side, pressing through center a little bit, a medium or a lot. And take that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Hands under shoulders. Stronger, more experienced yogis can tuck the toes, push up into plank, shift back down dog. Everyone else follow me through a tabletop position. Tucking toes, lifting up into downward facing dog. Good. From your downward facing dog, when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Come to blocks if you need to. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath, mountain intention. Soft knee, soft tailbone. We're going to do 2 more of those, and then we'll move on to a new pattern. Big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and bow. From the bow, plant the hands, step or hop back to plank. You choose, take or skip that flow. So I'm just going to do a modified one. Knees down first, lowering halfway and lift. And finding my down dog. It'll probably be the only flow you see me do. Okay, I've done 50 push-ups this week already on my Pilates reformer, and my triceps just don't want to do it anymore. So I'll let them rest. So from down dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, and we lift. Exhale, and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and bow. Inhale, plant the hands, step or hop back to plank. You choose, take or skip that flow. Remember, down dog, working on a plank or child's pose are always options for you if you don't want to flow. Pause for a moment in your down dog. Come back to the breath. Come back to that intention. From there, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, little bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath, mountain, intention. So we're going to go into a new pattern from here. For some of you, this will require a knee cushion. So make sure that your blanket, if you're using that, is close by. Big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, little bow. From here, step or hop back to plank. You choose, take or skip your flow. From your down dog when you're ready. Left leg's going to lift 3-point, bending that knee. We're going to take 3 cheetahs forward. The 4th time, we're going to step that foot through. So from here, big inhale. Exhale, cheetah 1 time. Inhale, take it back. Exhale 2 times. Inhale, take it back. Exhale 3 times. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, step or pick up and put your left foot forward between the hands. I'm going to use this block here to just kind of help me a little bit with the transition. And I'm just going to let that back knee just kind of settle down. Optimally, you want it behind the hip, not directly under the hip. Otherwise, it kind of screams at you. But from here, on your block or coming up here, good. Maybe finding balance challenge. So we're going to move back and forth, and you can totally do this if you need to kind of brace yourself with a block, coming back here and coming back in. Just kind of be where you need to be. Otherwise, more challenge. Arms are up. Remember, this front heel stays grounded the entire time. Even when you take this back, that heel is on the floor. When you come back in, that heel is on the floor. And just move back and forth. Belly button stays in. One more. Good, and then from here, we'll come up. Good. From here, hands are gonna come down. Your right hand can come onto a block or to the floor. Open up to the left. Some of you will stay here. If you want a little bit more balance and power, tuck that back toe, lift that back knee, press back through that heel. So really engage that back thigh. Try not to let it be droopy like this. So really press it back. Inhale, exhale, that hand's gonna come down. Plant the hands front, foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. Good. From the down dog when you're ready, we're going to come into that cheetah series again. So this time, right leg lifts, bending that knee. And here we go. Exhale 1. Inhale, take it back. Exhale 2. Inhale, take it back. Exhale 3. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, step or pick up and put that foot forward between the hands. Good. We'll ground down that back knee. Make sure it's behind you. Bring in your trusty block here if you need that for stability. Otherwise, you can follow me. And then here we go. So we'll take that back and bring it back in. And taking it back and bringing it in. And back and taking it in. And one more, back and taking it in. Good. From here, hands are going to come down. Left hand comes to a block or to the floor. Open to the right. You can stay here. Those of you that want that little power move, tuck the toe, press back through that thigh. Inhale. Exhale, take that hand down. Front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip the flow. From the downward facing dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and bow. Inhale, root, engage and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath, mountain, intention. All right. We're going to come to a modified Sun Salute B flow here. And the modified means I've added some different components onto it. But I will give you options. If you need just a wider base of support, then you'll take your chair from about hip width apart. Those of you that are a little bit more experienced, you're free to step your feet closer together or together here. Okay, so from here, big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, sit back into your chair. Good. Now zip up from pubic bone behind the navel. You can clasp the hands here and keep them separated. Find all 4 corners of your feet. If your feet and legs are together, can you zip everything up and into the midline, squeezing in our thighs together? If you're like me and you're parallel hip width apart, root those feet in, almost like you're trying to rip that mat apart sideways. Find that outer line engagement. Good. Now hands in a prayer, maybe sinking a little bit deeper, maybe taking it a little bit longer. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to prayer twist to the right. Maybe the elbow touches, maybe it doesn't. Open the right shoulder. Some of you are going to, expand on this a little bit deeper. Watch your knees. So if the left knee came forward, take the left hip back. You want them even. Inhale. Exhale, come to center. Press through. Zip up. Standing back bend. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Find your chair. Good. I'm going to keep hands at prayer for this other side. Good. And then from here, maybe sinking a little bit deeper, lengthening a little bit longer. A big inhale, exhale, take that twist to the left. Maybe the elbow touches, maybe it doesn't. Can you open that left shoulder? If the right knee came forward, take the left or that. If the right knee came forward, take the right hip back. Maybe you can expand here, find where you need to find it. Your practice, that is. Inhale, exhale, come back to center. Press all the way up again, zipping up, taking it back. Inhale, exhale, and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. From here, planting the hands, step or hop back to plank. You choose, take or skip your flow. And from the downward facing dog, when you're ready, left leg's going to lift 3-point, bending that knee. Round, step, or pick up and put that foot forward between the hands. You can use a block for stability if you need to. Warrior prep. Good. Getting into the front heel, getting into the back edge of the back foot. Rise with stability, warrior one. Front hip will come back hip will come forward. Look down, just make sure you can see that front toe and hip, knees, and toes are tracking in that forward parallel alignment. We're going to lengthen that front leg as we take the arms forward, so don't hinge here. That's something different. And we're just going to take it back in. And reach and lengthen. And come back in, and one more. Reach and lengthen. And come up. Big inhale. Exhale, reach and hinge. Hands on the inside of this foot. You can come to a block if you need to. You can walk out 45 degrees, humble warrior variation. Watch this back knee, make sure it doesn't torque, make sure this knee doesn't fall inward. And then you can hinge back, you can take the forearms down, find what you need. Breathe and expand. Coming back up, walking those hands back around, swivel up the back foot, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow, noticing how your different sides are starting to feel compared to each other. Body awareness, mind-body connections. And then when you're ready, good. Right leg's going to lift 3-point, bending that knee. Round, step or pick up and put that foot forward between the hands. Warrior prep, use blocks if you need to. Good, get into the back edge of the back foot, the front heel, rise with stability and power. Warrior one, front hip will come back hip will come forward. Zip up through that front body. Watch that tracking. And then from here, same movement pattern. Lengthen and reach. Lengthening the leg, reaching with the arms. And taking it back. And reach. Head and hips, stay in that alignment as best as you can. And one more. Okay. And come back up, warrior one. From here, pressing to the back edge of the back foot, getting into the front heel, zipping through that front body. We'll take that down. Hands on the inside of this foot to the blocks or to the floor. You can stay there. You can walk it out. You can hinge the hips back. You can come onto the forearms. Find yours. Watch your knees. And then when you're ready, inhale and lift. Walk those hands back around, framing that front foot. Swivel up the back foot. Front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip your flow. From the downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. We're going to go right into that next thing. Bending that left knee. Round, step, or pick up and put that left foot forward between the hands. Warrior prep the back foot. When you're stable, we're going to rise into warrior two. Good. Rolling shoulders back. Watch that tracking. So really get into the feet here. Really activate that first chakra, your root. Press through the back edge of the back foot. Good. Now from here, we're going to lengthen that front leg, take it back into exalted modification, and take it back into warrior two, and take it back. Nice and flowy, and warrior two, and exalted, and warrior two, and pause. We'll cartwheel that down, swivel up the back foot, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip the flow. Good. I'm just going to turn around to the other side just so that my back is not to you. And then when you're ready, right leg lifts 3-point, bending that knee around, step or pick up and put that foot forward. Warrior prep, get into your feet, rise, find warrior two. Rolling the shoulders back. Watch your tracking. Maybe front hip comes back just a little bit. Good, just pausing for a moment. Feel your muscles engage, building that stability, building that strength. And then from here, we'll lengthen and take it back. And warrior two. And lengthen that leg and take it back. And finding warrior two. And we'll lengthen and take it back. And finding warrior two, reach, reach, reach. Inhale, exhale, rock that or cartwheel that down, swivel up the back foot, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip your flow. Good. From here, when you're ready from your down dog, inhale, look forward, bend those knees, walk, step or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, roll bow. Inhale, root, engage and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath, mountain intention. Okay, so now this is the part where if you didn't do it already, have a block on each side. We're going to stand out into wide legs here, prasarita. So taking my feet out wide. Good. And think about the short edge of your mat and your feet being parallel to each other. So this is external rotation. It's not parallel. Find the parallel. Hips, knees, and toes face forward. Make sure your big toes are in alignment as well. So one foot's not forward than the other. Big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, hinge from the hips and we'll fold. Taking hands down. Good. Finding the outer edges of the feet. You have options. You can stay here. You can continue to fold in. Good. Head and neck are free. And then from here, when you're ready, we'll carefully come up out of there. Good. From here, putting a bend in those knees, taking your hands to your thighs, pressing to the outer edges of the feet as you come up. Good. So here's that little flow that I talked about in the beginning of class. So I'm going to take my left foot out towards the left. I'm going to swivel in this other foot here. So we're coming into triangle. So heel to heel, heel to arch alignment. Good. From here, rooting into those feet. Front hip will come back hip will come forward. Belly button stays in, lengthen and hinge, soft front knee. When you can come no more, come to a thigh, a shin, a block, or the floor. Maybe even a yogi toe, and we'll open up here. Good. Reach. Look up there if you can. Some of you are going to take that arm overhead and play with what that feels like. Others are going to test your balance and your strength here, lifting that other arm off. It doesn't have to be high. And then we'll take that arm back down. Take that arm back up. Look down at that front foot. Put a bend in that front knee. We're going to cartwheel this down, coming in a pyramid variation, swiveling up the back foot. You can come into a block here if you need to. Otherwise, front hip will come back hip will come forward. Lengthen the leg, lengthen the torso. I'm pressing back through the back heel, but the back heel is not grounded. I'm not locking out my front knee. And then your front hamstring will let you know if you're safe to fold in deeper, or if that's not a very good idea to stay. And that's always okay. Good. So breathe. Good. From here, if you took a deeper fold, come out of the deeper fold, look down at that front foot, put a bend in that front knee. We're going to take the hands back in. We're back in a wide-legged table. Good. So from here, when you're ready, pressing through those feet, you can choose to stay in your wide-legged table. You can walk your hands back forward. You can take them behind you. Find where you want to take them. You can even come to yogi shin, yogi ankle, yogi foot, yogi toe. Inhale, hands are going to come back, finding that wide-legged table. Put a little bit of a bend in the knees, hands to the thighs, walk yourself up and come back up. Good. We're going to take that to the other side. So now my right foot is going to step out to the right. My left foot's going to come in here. Good. Setting up for triangle. From here, my front leg is lengthened, but it's not locked. And then front hip's going to come back hip's going to come forward, rooting in those feet. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. When you can come no more, come to a thigh, a shin, yogi toe, a block or the floor. And then we'll open up here. Maybe looking up towards the ceiling, towards that hand. You can stay there. You can play with that arm coming over the ear. Rooting your feet in a little bit more if you want to play with strength and balance. Maybe take that bottom arm up. Good. And then from here, that arm will come back down if you lifted it. Take that arm back up. Look down at that front foot. Put a bend in that front knee. Good. We're going to cartwheel this down. Swivel up the back foot. Remember, you can bring this block in here if you need to. Good. Front hip comes back hip comes forward. Lengthen that front leg. Lengthen the torso. I'm pressing back through the heel. Your body will let you know if it's safe to fold in deeper or if you need to not do that today. And then when you're ready, if you folded deeper, come out of the deeper fold. Look down at the front foot. Put a bend in that front knee. Both hands on the inside of that foot. We're going to walk that back around. Good. So now hips, knees, and toes are parallel. They're still facing forward. Short edge of the mat is facing the edge of the foot. Good. From here, I'm going to take my right hand under my face, shifting my hips to the left, pressing through, and we'll open. And taking that down. Hips come back to center. Left hand comes under the face, shifting the hips to the right, opening to the right. And taking that down, hips come back to center. Little bit of a bend in the knee, hands to the thighs, press yourself back up. Good. You can heel toe it back in, or hop it back to center. Okay. Now we're going to bring the strap back in here, and we're going to go into our balance. So there are strappy and non-strappy versions of this, and I will show you strappy first. I'll show you the non-strappy, and then we'll do it for real, just so that your body knows where you can and can't go. You can also come to a wall or a sturdy piece of furniture. That side will be the side of your balancing leg, okay, if you're going to go there. But from here, option one with the strap. Good. You're just going to kind of hold here. Same hand as strap. The higher you go, the harder it is. So if you're not stable down here, please don't take it up here. You will not magically find more stability. You can take it out to the side. Coming back in. Optional rotation if you want to. Same thing. I'm just going to switch feet so I don't get too tired. You can also do this in a little bit more advanced. So you can take that foot forward. Good. Taking it out to the side. Coming back in and twisting here. Non-strappy option. Good. You can come here. Take it out to the side. Come back in. You can twist. You can also do that with a bind at the toe or the foot. Coming here and out to the side. Coming back forward and maybe taking a twisty here. Harder than it looks. And then from here, those are your options. So you can bring any one of those in that you need to. No worries. Everybody's got to start somewhere. So find what you need. I'm going to come back. I'm going to start on my right foot. Good. Hip, knee, and toe take forward. Good. And then from here, good. Find yours. Maybe you're bent. Maybe you're not. Good. Maybe you're bound. Press into the heel, lift out of the hip, wherever you're going. Good. We'll take it to the side. We'll take it back to center. Good. This side, I have to bend the knee in order to take the twist. So even teachers need modification sometimes. And yes, teachers fall out of balance all the time too. So no worries if that happens to you. Shake out that supporting leg. And we'll take that to the other side. So now left leg comes forward, zipping up. Good. Maybe you're a little bit, maybe you're a lot with or without the strap. Maybe you take that out to the side. Maybe you come back. Whew. Maybe you take the twisty. Good. And then when you're ready, we'll come back in, carefully release out of there, shake that all out. We're going to flow to the ground and stay there. So from the top of your mat, big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and bow. Inhale, step or hop back to plank. You choose, take or skip your flow. And once you've made it to your down dog, we're going to come to the child's pose. So from here, taking the knees down together, maybe halfway or all the way to the edge of your mat. Find yours. Breathe and expand. Come back to that intention. And then from here, when you're ready, just carefully take that back up. And we're going to have a seat. I'm just going to bring in my pillow here. If you know for this forward fold that you cannot reach your feet, you can bring the strap back in, but do have your strap handy. We will bring that in here in a moment. And before we go into this fold here, find an anterior tilt of the pelvis. So tailbone comes back, hip bones come forward. Leg part, you choose. But sitting up nice and tall, feet are in flexion, so toes are coming towards the face. Big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, hinge from the hip, find your length. And then when you can go no more there, then just kind of fold into it. Breathe and expand into the back body. And then when you're ready, we'll carefully come up from here. Good. Now this next one, I'm going to show you both from a front view and a side view because I think that helps a little bit better. But have your strap handy. What we're going to do is I'm going to start with my left leg as my base. And so I'm just going to kind of pull that in. I can take my heel all the way to my hip crease and my sits bones here. Not everybody can do that. So you just bring it in where you can. So again, there are strappy and non-strappy options here. So I'll show you the non-option here first, and then I'll show you the strappy from the side. But from here, you can pick up your foot. Good. Maybe you pick it up a little bit. Maybe you pick it up a little bit more. Maybe you can come here. And then same thing, opposite hand, opposite foot. You open to one side. Same hand, same foot, open to the other side. Okay. So you can also do that from the strap. And I'm also showing this to you from the side because I want you to see the back alignment. You want to try not to roll back into a C curve here. So you want to keep that nice engagement of your core muscles, both in the front and back side of the body. So I've got this strap around the left foot. I'm nice and tall on the spine, maybe a little bit more. You can take this lengthen. Good. You can open to the side, coming back, and other side. Okay, so that's how we'll do it. Okay, so my left leg is still down here. We'll do this for real. We'll spend a little bit more time here. Use your strap or not. Find where you're going to go, and then find where you're going to take this. Remember, long spine. Good. From here, I have my right leg is the one that I'm holding on to. I'm going to take my left hand somewhere on the outside there. I'm going to open to my right. So I'm still twisting from length. And coming back to center, right hand is on the foot. I'm going to open to the left. So this is a seated variation of what we just did standing in the balance. And then carefully come out of there. Take your feet about hip width apart or a little bit wider. Take your hands behind you. Again, long spine. Don't dip and collapse in here. Little windshield wiper. You can take that all the way over if you want to, or just keep it nice and gentle. And when you're ready, we'll take that to the other side. So now my right leg is going to be my base of support. Good. So just take that where you need to take it, with or without your strap. You know this now. Find your foot. Maybe you're a little bit. Maybe you're a little bit more. Maybe you're a lot. Lengthening through the spine. Zipping up through that front body. Good. Now, my right hand's going to come to the outside of that left leg somewhere, or holding onto the strap. I'm going to open. And then coming back, left hand on the outside of that leg or foot or the strap, and open to the other side. And come back and carefully release. Good. From here, find that windshield wiper position again. Keep it gentle, or it can come a lot more. Good. And then when you're ready, we're going to come onto our backs. Have your strap handy. So as you come down here, just kind of settle in a little bit. Good. And then from here, we're going to come into two bridges. So the first one will be basic, hips, knees, and toes track. Good. So remember in your bridges, we don't take the legs out wider like this, and we don't turn toes, knees, and hips out like that. Okay, so really practice on good form. And then when you're ready, pressing evenly into both feet, we're going to lift those hips up to the ceiling. Your body will let you know when you should not come up any higher. And then from here, we'll take that down. You can wiggle, wiggle, wiggle here, knees into the chest. You can do that again, or you can find a different one. So I'm going to bring my strap in today. I'm going to do the hand clasp one when I come up, but you can do any bridge that you would like to do that's already in your practice. So if you've never done it before, I'd probably skip it. But you can do any of these up on the tippy toes. You can rock back on the heel. You can grab at the heels, full back bend, wherever you want to go. And then from here, when you're ready, inhale, exhale, lift up into your bridge. I'm rolling my shoulders under. It hurts to clasp my hands, so I'm using my strap. So I'm still getting full range of motion, full benefit here. I've just taken the uncomfortable, but I can't say that. You know what I mean. It's uncomfortable sometimes when you have carpal tunnel. So you have to do different things. Uncomfortability. And I still don't think I said that right. But from here, when you're ready, carefully come out of your bridge, the one you chose and the one that's best for your body, the best way for your body. Take your knees into your chest and rock, rock, rock side to side. Good. Okay, now we're going to do the supine version of what we did standing up and what we just did seated. So your left knee can be bent or extended long if you're okay with that. We're going to take the strap around the right part of the foot. You'll have a strap in each hand. Good. Let everything kind of settle down. And then you'll keep a micro bend in this knee. Good. Upper body will stay grounded here. We want to find length through the spine. So whenever you're ready, just bring this in. Good. And release. Good. Both straps into the right hand. Both hips, both shoulders will stay grounded here as you take that leg out to the right. You can hang out there or tug in towards the shoulder. Let's remember, if the left hip is popping up, your leg is too far to the right, lift it up a little bit. If you are someone that has a long left leg here, really reach through that left heel. And we'll bring that back up. Good. From here, straps into the left hand. So different things for different people. You can arc this over at 45 degrees, and some people need to kind of move that leg around to find your sweet spot. Others are going to take this into full twist. So as you come over, you can twist as deep as you want, but keep the leg in line with the hip. Don't let it flop on the floor. We want to protect our SI joints here. It's where the hip and the pelvis join at the sacrum. And your belly button is in for the protection as well. We used to think that that joint never moved, but current research shows us that there is actually a little bit of movement there, just enough to cause problems if we're not careful. So from here, when we're ready, we'll take that back in. So always mindful movement. And then when you're ready, we're going to take that foot out of the strap, put a bend in the left knee, cross that right ankle over the left knee. This might be where you stay for figure 4, or maybe you bring this into the chest. Maybe you rock, rock, rock side to side. Now, those of you that are looking for something a little bit deeper in the hip, and this is not for everybody, I'm going to lift my upper body. I'm going to hook a knee. I'm going to hook a foot into those elbows. I'm cradling that shin. My left leg is going to come long in a hover. Good. Now, some people can be here. If you're a little bit more open, upper body can come down. That is a tighter stretch in the hips. So be mindful. Like I said, this is not for everybody's hips. It's not for everybody's knees. And then to come out of here, I'm going to come back into the C curve. I'm going to bring that knee back into the ankle, and then I'm going to carefully release out of there. Taking the feet as wide as the mat, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. We're going to take that all to the other side. So grabbing your strap again, taking that left foot into the strap. Right knee can be bent or extended long. Good. And then you've got a strap in each hand, micro bend in that knee, long spine. We'll bring that into the face. And release. Good. Both straps into the left hand, both hips, both shoulders stay grounded. That leg will come to the left. If the right hip is popping up, that leg is too far to the left, lift it up a little bit more. If your right leg is long and not bent, really reach to that right heel. And we'll come back up. Good. Switching out the hands. Good. From here, you choose the 45-degree arc with your sweet spot, or you can take that leg over. So I'm keeping my leg in line with the hip. If you're someone that is like, well, I can't keep my leg in line with the hip, I can't hold it up there, then we put a prop under there to help us hold it there. We want to protect our back, and sometimes that means we need help from props to do that. And we'll come back in the center. Remove that foot from the strap. Good. We're going to cross that left ankle over the right knee for figure 4. You can stay here, or you can bring that into the chest. You can rock, rock, rock side to side. Good. If you're going to take this up a notch with me, being mindful of how you truly feel, you can lift that upper body, hook a foot, hook a knee, cradle that shin. Maybe right leg comes long and hover. So on this side, it's not good for me to lower my upper body, so I'm just going to stay right here. Good. And then from here, if you went all the way down and took this option, lift up. Good. That knee's going to come in, and I'm going to carefully release here, undo, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle side to side. Good. We're going to come into Shavasana from here. So you can let everything come long and flop open. You can put a bend in the knees. If you're home, you have access to all different kinds of things you can use. Blankets, pillows, cushions, blocks, whatever it is that you want to use to make you more comfortable. And then I'll leave you here for a few moments. The essence of yoga pose, stillness. Taking some deep breaths here. Choose stillness or gently take head and neck from side to side. Choose stillness or invite movement of fingers and toes, maybe running thumbs along the edges of the fingertips. Choosing stillness or taking knees into the chest, choosing to keep the upper body grounded or maybe tucking the chin and lifting up for a full body hug. And choosing stillness or moving any props out of the way that you may have used, taking legs long in front of you, arms long behind you, and reach and lengthen from the edge of the fingertips, the edge of the toes. Full body stretch, point and flex through the feet. Bend and stretch through the hands, twirling wrists and ankles in one direction, and then in the other. And then from here, whenever you're ready, carefully bending in both knees, and you choose rolling over onto the right or left side, the side that works best for you in this moment. Taking all the time you need to pause and reflect. And when you're ready, carefully press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Maybe the same one you started with, maybe a different one. And once you find that seat, just find a longer spine and notice how you feel now versus when you started. Palms up towards the ceiling. Inhale when we reach, touching palms together. Exhale, hands in heart center. Reconnecting with that intention you made for yourself one more time. We'll take our thumbs to our forehead for good and true thoughts. To our lips for good and kind words. And to our hearts for open and loving hearts. Knowing no effort on this mat is ever wasted. No gain is ever reversed. May you be safe. May you stay well. May you have a wonderful day, evening, week, month ahead. Namaste.